Hello, world. I'm coming right back at you from the Fit Babe channel here. And I am back on the journey. I'm not sure if I'm going to run those 50 miles or not, to be honest. I don't think that I'm going to be able to get in shape enough to be able to do that. I'll probably definitely be, well, no, I will be running the 26.2 miles required by then for a marathon, but I don't think that I'll be able to do 50 miles this year, so hopefully next year. That's something I'm learning recently and lately and all throughout life, that you need to keep your goals realistic. And that's kind of hard when you get your hopes up and you're a hopeful person and you really want things to go well. But I don't know, it's just the way things go. You need to be realistic, you need to move forward, and in order to move forward, you got to be realistic. So there you go. And I have been going to the gym lately. I love, love, love Vasa Fitness. It's fantastic. My husband's thinking about going back too, and that's kind of fun for him. He has different goals than I do, but right now the challenge is to see how far we can go in 6 weeks. So this is day 0 of 6 weeks because it's a Sunday, and I don't work out on Sundays. So Monday, tomorrow, January 9th, will be the first day of the 6-week challenge for myself. My husband doesn't know that I'm kind of tagging along onto his friend's challenge because his friend just joined a high-intensity interval training program at a gym that's nearby. And they are seeing how far they can go in 6 weeks. His friend, I believe, has a goal of losing 30 pounds in 6 weeks, and that is a month and a half about. It's 4 weeks a month, add 2 more, there you go, a month and a half. Anyway, I'm going to see how far I can go. I don't know that I can lose 30 pounds. That's like super hard, even if you are like eating all the right things. But I'm going to see what I can do. I think that the macros that I've been doing, I've been counting macros, that was paying off to an extent. I never actually made it through a complete full day where I followed my macros exactly the way I should. So, it's kind of like my results would only be half of what they should have been. Definitely, I believe it leads to more lean muscle tissue and just a healthier body altogether, but I don't know that for me it led to weight loss. Personally, usually when I'm lifting weights, I need to eat more so that I can just keep the lean muscle mass and burn the fat. But since I'm just doing cardio, I don't think I need quite as much food. So I think I'm just going to eat until, like right before I feel like super satisfied or fairly satisfied. I'm just going to eat till like, I'm not hungry anymore, and then I'll just keep going from there. That is a huge commitment right there for me to make, especially on something that's public into the world. So the deal is that I absolutely have to, for the next 6 weeks, for you guys and for myself, I have to make sure that I am counting the macros, 1, 2, and that I'm also eating less and not overeating. Personally, I love, love, love food. And when that taste is just like so good and it's in your mouth, you're just like, yes, give me more food, But it's not good to overeat. It's bad for your body. And I can totally feel that, in my gut right after. Anyway, along the lines of a blog, so that's like the goal section, but along the lines of the blogging, video blog, vlog, whatever you want to call it, I suffered an injury. That sounds so crazy, suffered an injury. Honestly, I guess procured, I don't know. I was injured or injured myself while trying to lift. So I went like a mile and a half earlier this week, which shows you how like down my running has gone. I don't know if I told you guys before, but I got up to like 2.5 miles before to a mile and a half. That's a mile back. And so that's not good. Anyway, so I'm going to up the running as well. So what I was saying before is that I suffered an injury, or I got an injury, injured myself. And the way that it happened is I went running for that mile and a half, and then I was like, okay, feeling pretty good. Let me lift, because I really enjoy lifting. If you don't already know that, lifting is so much fun, and it's like just a good way to change up that workout. And I went ahead to the squat rack. First, number one thing was that the bar was bent, and that was kind of like, maybe not like the best optimal equipment to use. But I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just try it anyway. And really, I don't think that had anything to do with sustaining the injury. So I went ahead and got the bar on my back, put 10 pounds, which is super, super light on each side. But I do that whenever I haven't lifted in a while. And it's been at least a month and a half, 2 months since I've lifted anything. So I went ahead with that, got it on my back, went ahead to squat down. As soon as I got to the base of my squat, booty out, tummy sucked in, the back area, like, it sounds so weird, but like right between your bum cheeks, that spine, just like the tailbone area, the muscles in that area just freaked out, and it kind of felt like a moment where they were on fire. And I knew that definitely wasn't good. I felt that before, and I know how to solve it. It's that my core is weak. I haven't exercised my core in a long time, which totally makes sense. I do a lot of sitting between nursing, bottle feeding, whatever, with my son, and just trying to calm him down. And I don't enjoy sitting that much, honestly. I like to lead an active life, but it hasn't been, the easiest thing to do lately. It's been easier to sit, and so I think that's what I have been doing the easier route. You definitely have to sit while you're bottle feeding and breastfeeding, but you don't have to sit while you're trying to calm down your child. Sometimes when you're feeling anxious or angry about something, it's easier just to sit down and kind of let your body just deflate, for that one moment, and just try to get some peace. But I think it'll probably be much more productive if I actually stand and kind of walk around with that energy instead of allowing myself to just kind of sit there and slump for a moment. So anyway, core muscles not that strong. I've been working on them. I've been doing the plank. I also think that maybe other people will disagree, but personally, when I suffer an injury back in that area, I like to exercise the muscles that are in that area. So I've been doing donkey kicks to strengthen the gluteus maximus, and also some other exercises just to kind of strengthen the lower back there. So there's been the plank, lower back, donkey kicks. What else has there been? I've been doing crunches again, which those work the upper abs. But also like reverse crunches to help with the lower abs, which really is my biggest target area. Anyway, I am hoping that this next 6 weeks will go phenomenally well. I think that for me, I need to report every single day in order to be able to really keep on target and on track. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep up every single day, do a YouTube video after I've exercised or before I've exercised, and we're going to call it a day and we'll see how this goes. So this is how I look right now. A little bit of tummy pooch. My bum has definitely suffered. It used to be like African girl booty, awesome. But now it's kind of like flat booty. I'm just like, oh, doesn't look as awesome. And it's also not nearly as toned. Just one of those things that's been going on with just running and just cardio. The muscles just aren't as large or as sculpted as they used to be. Okay, here we go. Day 1 is January 9th. See you tomorrow.